Sorry, my previous live stream got disconnected. Hello, Manoj, Vamsi. Guys, my previous stream got disconnected, so can you guys post on that video that we have a new stream now? That will be helpful. Venkatesh, namaste. Vakas, hello. So again, everyone, I hope, can you guys listen me okay? If you are able to listen me okay, if the voice quality and video quality is good, please post in the comments so that I know. Voice is okay. Okay, fine. All right. Thank you. Hey, Gail Swati. I think you're from Malaysia or Indonesia, I guess. I read your comments all the time, and I'm happy to see that you're engaged with this channel. All right. So can someone go to my old stream in the video comment? Just post a link to the new stream because I had a technical problem and my old stream got disconnected. So please, post in that video which just got disconnected prematurely and say that this is the new stream. Okay, so I'll start answering the questions now. So hello everyone, this is Dhaval again. Welcome to this new live stream. It's Saturday and I will have more time compared to last time, and I'm happy to see everyone posting the comments. So Govind Sarup, we used to see a video on choosing taste and choosing models in your own style. Sure, I will add that. Whatever suggestions you are giving me, I note it down and I create a to-do list, and then I try to make video on the popular topics. So Tejas is asking, would I recommend getting degree in business analytics in the US? Yes, that's probably a good option. After finishing your master's, you get OPT. If you're in a STEM field, you get 3 years OPT. So even if you don't get H1, you can work here for 3 years. You can pay off your student loan, etc. So it's definitely a good option. Thulani, hello from South Africa. Aman is saying, I have started the data science learning according to your learning path video. That is great. Keep on learning. I wish you all the best. I am e-learning admin. Please suggest me. I want to get into data science and machine learning. So for data science and machine learning, I have 3 great videos. So people who are from non-technical background, switch to data science from non-technical background. So I will post a link of three videos which I created recently. All right, so let me post those links. So anyone who is from non-technical background, please follow this video. Control A. So I'm posting in the chat. If you are interested in learning specifically data analyst skills, then here is another video. And if you are interested in learning data science skills for free using online resources, then here is the 3rd video. So go watch those 3 videos. I have answers to most of your questions. Govind Sarup is asking you want to see a video on choosing taste and choosing models. Yes, sure. I will add that. I am BTech in mechanical. I want to learn data science. Again, follow my video of how to switch to data science from non-technical background. In that video, I have given specific advice based on the field. So let's say if you're from BCom background, biomedical, microbiology, if you are from mechanical engineering, different backgrounds, I have given different advice. And I posted a link of that video just now. So just follow that. Alessane is saying okay from Paris. Vasudeva, sir, how are you doing? Yes, I am doing great. All right, there are so many comments, so sorry guys if I have to go one by one. Venkatesh is asking, I'm not from a programming background, but I am very much interested. Sure, again, follow my video on how to switch to data science from non-technical background. That video has a lot of useful advice and resources. So guys, like first of all, anyone can do programming. Like don't think that you are from non-technical background and you cannot do programming. That is not true. Programming is kind of a skill that anyone can learn. And if you have enough passion, willingness to do hard work, anyone can do programming. I always give example of my friend who started learning programming at the age of 40, and at the age of 45 he's a software architect. He's a very very successful programmer. He's better than those BTech students, who have been programming for last 20 years. So programming is something that if you have interest, if you take a lot of hard work, if you do a lot of hard work, you can learn that skill. It's like learning a language basically. Best way to learn math for DI, should I focus on algorithms? So Erin, hi, I think you're from Nigeria. We have talked before. For math, I always recommend this channel on YouTube called 3B1B. Great channel. Okay. Watch that. Linear algebra, calculus, all those courses. And algorithms is also important. I'm thinking of starting a series on data structure and algorithms. So I hope I can develop this series pretty soon, because algorithms and data structures are very, very important. If you are doing programming, you have to know data structures. If you don't know array, linked list, hash map, how tree works, all those data structures, then you will not become a good programmer. In Python, when you use dictionary, it is underneath using a hash map. So understanding of data structure is extremely crucial. When you appear for any programming or data science interview, they will ask you data structure questions, sometimes algorithm question as well. So it's not optional, it is a must. So Aga Awais is asking why one hot encoder is used. So one hot encoder is used because let's say you have a categorical feature such as in my one hot encoder. I have a complete machine learning tutorial series where I have a tutorial on one hot encoding, where I am predicting price of homes in different towns. So now different towns could be, let's say, Delhi, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, etc. If you just do label encoding and encode them as 1, 2, 3 numbers, then what happens is your algorithm will think that 3 is greater than 1. For example, Ahmedabad has 1 and let's say Bangalore has 3. It will assume that Bangalore has some intrinsic higher value, but that might not be true. Hence, you need to do one hot encoding where you are assigning 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, etc., so that your model works in a sane way. Algorithms and models are always working on numbers. They are not process text data, and categorical data is often in terms of text. So one hot encoding is a very clever way of converting text into number. Again, see my tutorial on one hot encoding, and there I have explained why it's important to use that. Kumar Shivam, some of the videos are becoming out. Hey Kumar, yes, thank you very much. I think you pointed out some API upgrade problems with one of my videos. So can you give me a pull request on github.com/codebasics/py? I have all my notebooks. If you give me a pull request, I will review your code and I will update my notebook. I'm like extremely busy. Sometimes I'm not finding, there's just so many things going on. I'm not finding time to update those old tutorials. So if you guys can help me, I will be very, very thankful. You will also get an opportunity to interact with me in person. Also, you will get a chance to learn and you can always give back to the community. So, Kumar, thank you. Comments are disabled in your old post. Oh, sorry. Okay, comments are disabled in my old post. So let's see. So my, and sorry with this technical problem, I don't know what happened, but this old video actually, let's see why comments are disabled. So let me check that. So let me check that real quick because some of the viewers might be on the old comments. Okay, maybe I can add a comment. So let's see if I can add a comment. So this is my live streaming. Okay, what I'm going to do is post. Sorry guys, bear with me. So get a shareable link and post. So I just posted. Thanks for pointing that out. Arbaz Khan, thanks for pointing that out. In my old stream, I just posted. Vishwa, thanks for your help, buddy. So by the way, Vishwa is my moderator. So I have a couple of moderators on my channel, and you will see a little like a tool icon next to them. They are highlighted in blue. For example, Vishwa Kovilampati is one of my moderators. So we'll listen to their advice. I interact with those guys in person. Those guys are awesome, beautiful people. So if they are posting something, please listen to them. Their advice. They're helping with me with this live stream. So Satyam is saying, how can we go for internship after data analysis course? So that's a good question. If you're doing data analysis study, it's important to work on projects. So I recommend you work on at least 6 to 10 projects and upload those projects into GitHub account, link them in your resume. Also, if you are doing, if you're looking for internship, you are probably in a college. So as part of your college, work on relevant projects, and then you can start applying. Now, it might be hard to get in tier 1 companies. So target tier 2, tier 3 companies from wherever you can get experience. Another important things, guys, is to build your network. So go on LinkedIn and try to connect with people who are data scientists, data analysts in different companies. You can just go to LinkedIn and say, okay, data scientist working in Amazon or whatever company, right? And it will show you a lot of profiles. Just send them a meeting, the friend invitation, a connection invitation, saying that I am a student, I want to learn data science, I want to connect with you. And some of these people will be wise, they will be nice enough that they will connect with you. Once you are in their connection, you can build a rapport with them, and they will probably help you get internship, right? So if I have a LinkedIn connection who is working in some data science company in Pune, Bangalore, wherever, right? And if that friend refers me for internship, then companies give preference to the referral which are coming from their employees. So you will have the advantage that way. So build connection building is very important. You can also build connection through Facebook groups. So go on Facebook, join data science groups, and look, people want to help you if you try to help them. So then try to help people, right? Like if you're on Facebook, on Stack Overflow, try to help people in whatever way. You can also contribute to open source projects. You don't have to think that okay, you need to be expert if you want to, let's say, contribute to pandas. You can even contribute in terms of updating the documentation. That is also called a contribution. By doing the contribution, you build connections with people, and those connections are very important. They are sometimes more important than your actual technical skills. So build connections. Ashok, could you make a series on Django? Django, I'm thinking, but my whole focus is on data science right now. So my next targets are NLP and deep learning series, and that's why Django, maybe I will add it in the future, but it's not in a near term plan. John Paul, hello, sir, greeting from Philippines. John, hi. There are like a couple of guys from Philippines. I love them. You guys are amazing. Aman Siani, you have started learning data science and ML, very great. NLP end to end, Manoj, yes, definitely. That's in my plan. Sachin is asking, he has experience, 2 years experience in IT support project, how to get the project experience. So Sachin, first of all, in your job, is there an opportunity to work in data science project? You don't go to your boss and say, okay, give me work on data science project. He's not going to give you that. So identify a pain point in your team or in other teams and try to build small Python script or small project in your spare time. Important, in your spare time you have to do this work. Guys, switching to data science field is possible, but it requires hard work and commitment. Many times people ask me, I'm interested in learning data science, but the real question you should be asking yourself is, are you committed? See, everyone is interested because data science is a buzzword nowadays, but are you committed? Commitment is very important. Commitment requires a lot of hard work, patience, interest, being positive, so many good qualities you need to have, and then you become successful. It doesn't come just by asking. Okay, it doesn't just come by complaining. Which background is required for machine learning? Virendra Reddy is asking. Well, if you have data science and statistics math background, then you can learn these things easily. But even if you don't have the background, you can still learn. It's just that your learning curve is going to be a little bit steep. You have to do a lot of hard work, patience, and all of that. Vakas, I already posted the comment in a previous video, so don't worry. Thanks very much, Vakas Mohammed, for your help. Anil Kumar, please can you explain Rasa chatbot? Sure. For chatbot, I'm going to make a project series. Okay, so I will upload 5, 6, 7 tutorials project series on chatbot. Best YouTuber to follow for deep learning from scratch. I don't have a specific suggestion, but if you watch my how to learn data science for free video, in the video description I have given a Coursera link of deep learning course. On Coursera you can get 7 days free trial. So maybe during 7 days, I know it's going to be very small time period, but maybe pay the fees for 1 month or so. That course is excellent. So refer to the course link from that video. So Gail CIT is asking a question on data set being imbalanced. So in my SVM tutorial, my iris flower data set is balanced. If you have imbalanced data set, one thing you need to make sure is when you're doing train test split in your training set, if you have 90-95% of samples from one class and let's say second class is just 5%, your model performance is going to suffer actually. And there are techniques to deal with imbalance in your training set. There was a nice article. Maybe I can post that article. Also, I think it's a good point. Let me make a tutorial on that. So I will add a tutorial on how to handle imbalanced data during your training. But yeah, handling imbalanced data is sometimes can be tricky. How do we know about data structures algorithms for our data? As a fresher, difficult to get a job is. Guys, as a fresher, data scientist's job is difficult. I understand that fully because there are not many data scientist jobs and the competition is high. So if you are from totally non-technical background, I suggest you go for data analyst role. If you want to still go for data scientist role, then you need to have a lot of patience. You need to be very, very competitive. Okay. There are many people from computer science background, statistics, math background who are competing for those jobs. And if you want to compete against those people, you have to come at the same level as them. And if you are not ready for it, then go for data analyst job. While you're doing data analyst job, at job you're learning those skills, and in parallel you can learn the data scientist skills as well. And let's say you work for as a data analyst for 2-3 years, in parallel learn data scientist skills, and once you have enough skills, you can apply them at your job. You can work on some machine learning projects and then show them as an experience in your resume, and then apply for data scientist job. For data analyst internship, the topics you should focus on, number one is SQL. Python programming is also important. Your communication is important. Your storytelling skills is important. Focus on, SQL I already mentioned. So, and if you have experience in at least one visualization tool out of Tableau, Power BI, Alteryx, uh, there are many visualization tools. So get some familiarity with at least one visualization tool. That is going to be useful. Some of the jobs focus heavily on SAS. Now SAS University Edition is free to download. So go to SAS website, download University Edition, watch some tutorials, get some experience in SAS. There are so many SAS jobs available in India right now for data analysts. So if you have some skills in SAS, it's gonna be useful. So yeah, those are the things needed for data analyst interview. Mano Srimola is saying thanks for 3 books that I suggested in last Q&A. The people who didn't join last question and answer session, I recommend 3 great books which have changed my life. And these are not technical books. These are self-development books which will help you in all the aspects of your life. Guys, read these 3 books. Great books, I'm telling you. Number 1 book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Second is The Magic of Thinking Big. The third book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. First 2 books are on communication, how to work in a team, how you make yourself a better person overall. So that is helpful in your career, in your work, in your personal life. Third book is about money and investment. Read these 3 books and follow the principles taught in that book. I followed those principles and my life changed forever. And it's same thing, same magical effect is going to happen to you. So if you delay learning Python or technical skills, it will be okay. But do not miss on reading these 3 books. Great books. Have 2 years of experience, how to get real project experience and showcase. So if you have 2 years of IT experience, and if you're looking for a real experience for a data science project, let me tell you straight, it is difficult to get real-time project unless you use creative ways, such as I mentioned that before. Try to find a sample problem in your day-to-day job. Let's say I'm working in IT department. In my same company, there is a data science department. try to make friendship with some people in that data science department, then go to those people and say, hey guys, can I help you with your project, because I want to learn. And if you have make some friends, they might give you some work and you can just help those people in their work. Also, if you have some contacts in your business, let's say your uncle is running some business, some shop, and he's managing his sales number and all that into Excel, you can ask them to, you can help them making a simple like web UI which is supported by Python Flask server, some machine learning model, and you can generate analytics for that business. So getting real life projects is not like, okay, you ask for it and you are going to get it, because the competition is high nowadays. So you have to use some creative ways of getting those projects. Okay. Third way of getting projects is build profile on upwork.com, Fiverr, or freelancer.com, those freelancing websites. And sometimes on those websites, some university students uh, post their projects and they need help. So then try to help the university students, maybe for free. But in that process, you will get to learn a lot of new skills. Advice for a chemical engineer, Javed. Again, I have a video on how to switch from non-technical background to data science and programming career. Watch that. Aman Siani, make a video on Kaggle that how to choose a project and start learning according to it. Sure, I will add that. So Badam Mananika is asking, where are you working? Are you a data scientist? So let me give you my background. I'm working in Bloomberg, which is a fintech company. It is one of the top companies in US. We do a lot of financial data processing, and I am a software architect in that company. My roles, these roles are kind of overlapping. When you're working in a tech organization, sometimes you are wearing multiple hats. So at times I work as a data scientist, at times I work as a software architect and as a data engineer. So I have kind of a mixed background of software architect, data engineer, and data scientist. And we do huge volume data processing for finance information. And I have like 10 years of experience there. Before that, I used to work for NVIDIA Graphics as a device driver engineer. For 2 years, I was in Pune, and that was also a great experience. I learned a lot of things. Other than that, I have a passion for learning. So I just keep on learning things on my own. It's something that excites me. Nitin is asking, his model 4%. Do I need to include more features? Yes. Couple of things you can do, Nitin. Try to include more features, or try to do visualization. Using visualization, you will establish a correlation between your independent variable and your dependent variable. That way you know which features to include. Are you also doing like are you using standard scalar or min max scalar to standardize your features? Are you handling NA values properly? And are you using a right model? What type of problem you are trying to solve? Is it a regression or classification? Whatever it is, I would say use different algorithms. In some type of problems, one algorithm might work better than other algorithm. And if you want to use different algorithm and try to measure the score, you can use grid search CV technique for it. On grid search CV, I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel, so go watch that. For your given problem, I would try like 10 different, let's say it's a classification problem, I would try 10 different classification methods such as random forest, decision tree, logistic regression, etc., or with different parameters. You can do hyperparameter tuning using grid search CV and see which one is giving you the best score. But I'm thinking maybe the standardizing your features might help, like use like standard scalar or min max scalar, scaling your features. Sai Kalyan Chakravarti is asking, I'm working as ETL lead with 7.5 experience, planning to go into DS. I have knowledge to Hadoop and Tableau. How much salary can I expect as a data science engineer? Uh, so are you okay? I mean, there are different salary scales. For data engineer and data scientist, almost makes same salary. Data analyst makes less salary compared to these two. I have seen organizations where data engineers earn much more than data scientist. Okay, that is true. So it depends which company you're working on. I have a tutorial on uh, comparing data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist role. In that tutorial, in the last section, I have given salary comparison. So watch that. I don't have idea in my brain right now what type of salary you can get in India, but in US generally, like entry level data scientists will probably earn close to 100,000 to 150,000 based on the company, your interview performance. Data engineer would almost earn same. If you are a data analyst, you can earn 70 to $80,000 a year as a fresher. As a fresher, you might maybe get a little less. And then as your experience grows, if you're in New York or West Coast, or data analyst or a data engineer might get, again, based on what kind of company you're working with, $150,000 to $300,000 a year. Sometimes people even make more than that. Okay. Gokulam is asking how to improve in Python coding. Real time experience is something that will help you improve Python coding. Just work on more and more projects. Also, do some programming exercises using careercup.com. Careercup.com has interview questions from big companies, so you can practice those questions. Also try to contribute to open source. I always say that contributing to open source is something very possible. Sometimes those people have on GitHub, let's say you go to Panda's GitHub account, they will have open issues. Some issues are like one line change that you can make, but when you make a pull request, those pull requests will be checked by some of the experts in Pandas or Python, and they will guide you on best practices. So getting pull request reviewed is another best way of improving your Python coding. Fahad, Javed, just love you. I love you all, man. You guys are awesome. Let me tell you that. In interview, what is needed for data science, whether SQL, Python, or model building? Rishi, in data scientist interview, I think statistics is more important than SQL, Python, or any other things. Statistics and machine learning skills are like number one area that they try to check. And then comes Python, data structure, model building, communication, etc. Rohit Kamble is asking which good online course for data science which can give you better salary. Well, the course doesn't give you better salary. Using course, you learn the certain skills, and the skills that you showcase during the interview, that will give you salary. So your salary is dependent on your experience and your performance during the interview. Your performance during the interview is the most important thing. If you say I have done this XYZ course, that doesn't give you any salary, okay? So do not link your salary with the course or certification you have done on your project. All right. Shekhar is asking, I have left CSC and learning online because I think we have now online portal to run. Sorry, I didn't get your question. Satyam is asking, my work is good. Thank you, Satyam. Is Python or Golang good for scripting? Golang is good, but Python is better, I would say. So go for Python. John Paula is asking image classification using uh, TensorFlow and Keras. Sure, I'm gonna add that video. Guru Dutt is asking, this is buffering. I hope this is better now. Sudo pip install numpy. Wait, this isn't terminal. Someone is trying to install numpy on the chat. Okay. uh, mechanical engineer skill sets for data analyst. So again, I have a video for switching from non-technical to data science background. What's that? What type of programming is required? So few years back, if you are looking for data analyst job, they did not require any programming experience. But nowadays, most of the jobs require data analyst experience. So at least some basic Python programming is needed, where you can do basic Python and pandas, I would say, where you can do some data cleaning, data retrieving, um, things like that. Govind, you are a blazing in disguise. Thank you, Govind. I really appreciate. Pratik is asking, teach us data structures and algorithms. Sure, I'm going to add those videos. Um, so Sandhan is asking, data science job in India or outside India. India also have lot of data science opportunities, so you can definitely go for it. If you want to come to US and work, unfortunately, due to the current situation in USA related to immigration and all of that, if you want to come to US, the best way is to pursue masters. So come here, pursue your master. If you are in a STEM background, you get like 3 years OPT. So for 3 years, you don't have to worry about your H1. You can work in a good company. If you are in a good company, they will file your H1. Let's say after pursuing master, within 1 year you get a good job in a good company, then they will file your H1. Nowadays they use lottery system. Many of the applications are getting rejected, so the companies will file H1 for second year as well. And if you're lucky enough, if you get selected, then you can just stay here for a long time. So pursuing master in US is an excellent option if you want to come here and settle in US. Okay. Subrata is asking, if you want to build a proper ML model, how much time normally takes? So I didn't get your question. Is it like programming time or is it the training time? So programming time, it depends what kind of model you are building. If you're using a simple model, you can just you can just call fit method. You have to get the data. See, in machine learning, majority of the time is spent in data cleaning. So it's like 80% is data cleaning, 20% is model building. If you want to build a model, you just use sklearn. If you're building simple non-deep learning model, you use sklearn, create a object of the class, and then dot fit. Fit will take your uh, x and y. X is dependent variable, y is independent variable, dependent, right? And that's it. Like, it's basically few lines of code, but the majority of the time is gone in preparing the data. You have to clean your data, remove outliers, handle NA values, convert categorical features into your normal numerical features, um, deal with dimensionality problem. Sometimes you have too many dimension, it might be issue. So you use some feature engineering techniques to reduce the dimension. So all of these things take much more time. Actual model building is few lines of code. Now on the running of the model, if you are having deep learning model, it will take much more time to run. So it depends upon how many training samples you have. If you are building some complex deep learning model for text classification, image classification, then TensorFlow 2.0 version has TF Hub, which comes with a lot of pre-built models. So use that. You can then use a transfer learning technique. Transfer learning is you take Google's pre-built model, and that is a trained model. On top of that, you feed your sample and train it further, and you can use that. So that's one good option. Abhishek is asking, he is getting calls for data analyst position. How can I design my resume? So in your resume, the most important things will be your skills section and your experience section. Okay. So if you have experience working on data analyst, science type of projects, clearly highlight them. Highlight your SQL, your Python or R programming skill, your visualization skills. Those things matter. Like when the recruiter sees things like, okay, I have visualization experience with Tableau, Power BI, Alteryx, or if they see I know Python, I know Pandas, I know SQL, I have worked on these projects, I have 5 7 years of experience, then those things matter. So those things you should clearly highlight at the top section. Also try to keep your resume short. I've seen people who build resume like 3 pages. I also interview in my company, and I like the resumes which are 1 or maximum 2 page. So make resume short and simple. Mention your GitHub account link if possible, where you have uploaded your project. Sometimes a recruiter would like to look at your projects, your code, and all that. So those things also matter. Also, if you have participated in Kaggle competition, any coding competition, then mention that as well. Arul is having break of 8 months and having 6 years of experience as data analyst. 6 years of experience as a data analyst is pretty good. Started learning ML and AI. Guys, the gap will not create a problem in your interview. Do not worry about that. I get this question so many times. People are so biased and they have this negative influence that I have a gap. Will it create any problem? It will not. In US here, I also interview so many people, and we have a clear policy. You should never ask question on gap in the resume. You should not worry about it. People have personal reasons. I also had my health issues. I took little gap, and that did not affect me ever. I know people will now say, oh, US things are different, India things are different. I understand, guys, but in India also situation is changing. Okay. Let's say you have a gap of 1 year, 2 year, and if you perform better than a person who doesn't have a gap, people will naturally hire you. There could be some interviewers with old mindset. They might look at the gap, but do not worry about them. There are so many job opportunities, so many companies. You can apply in like 100 companies. Maybe 10 recruiters will be having that stupid mindset. They will look at gap, but then 90 will not. So guys, do not worry about gap. I got this question like 7 times in last 2 days. Like, why do you have this negative bias of your gap? Okay. You can make up for that gap by working hard, being smart, performing better in the interview. Krishna Kumar, can I make video on statistics which is required for data science? Sure. I'm getting so many suggestions on video topics. Unfortunately, I have limited time. I won't be able to make videos on statistics in a near future, because near future my plan is NLP and deep learning and data science projects. For statistics, you can follow Khan Academy's course. It's a basic course which I have linked in my other video for how to learn data science for free. Go watch that. um, and in future, whenever I get a chance, I will make videos. Erin Wolf, hi from Nigeria. Hello buddy, I know you. Which tool is best for analyzing nowadays? What kind of analysis you are asking? Uddesha, it's the for creating dashboards. The best one is Tableau. It's an industry standard. SAS is also another great tool. It is a paid software. It costs a lot of money, but there are many companies who are using SAS, and there are so many jobs available in SAS nowadays. Pragya is asking how to switch from data analytics to data science when you don't have day-to-day work. Yeah, when you don't have day-to-day work in data science field, it might be tough. So you have to work on projects. Again, I have so much advice in those 3 videos that I posted. I have posted those links of those 3 videos. Just go watch that. Bandham, please do not spam. You are asking same question again and again. I'm going from top to bottom. I'll try to answer best, but if you are repeating the same question again and again, it will waste time, and everyone is affected. So please post a question only once. I'm BA graduate learning data science on my own. That is a good idea, Akash. Anyone can learn it, so you can definitely learn it. It's just that since you are in BA background, the learning curve might be a little higher. But if you have patience, if you have willingness to hard work, you can definitely do it. Data engineers, Azure data engineer certification is based, or GCP data engineer certificate is based? I would say Azure, because nowadays the number one cloud infrastructure is with AWS, but Azure is picking up very fast. Azure is gaining a lot of market share. So I would say Azure compared to GCP. Mars 369 is asking, can I make a series on recommender system? Yes, that is in my plan. How to search for the jobs for data scientist position? Google is your friend. Just Google it. Go to different not salary, the job portals, man. It's easy. Okay, you can find so many jobs. Okay. All right, I'm losing track. All right, I'm losing track. Let's see where I was. So many questions. Uh, which cloud should you learn for data science? Um, so are you asking about general cloud infrastructure? AWS is number one in terms of cloud. Then comes Azure. Then comes Google Cloud. Um, for machine learning specifically, Amazon has a platform called Amazon SageMaker. You can use that for deploying your models and for running your models. So try Amazon SageMaker. They have a free trial, free tier. So you can register for free, run your model there. They will have pre-built notebooks as well. If you're interested in learning text extraction, etc., there is Amazon Textract, TEXTRACT. So maybe you can try that as well. The good thing about all these platforms is they give you a free tier where they will not charge you until your usage goes beyond some point. So create an account, play with these platforms. Rajesh Sharma is asking, is my data science series sufficient? I think it is sufficient. I have, see, for data science, what do you need? You need programming skills. Okay, I have tutorial complete playlist for Python. Then for data cleaning, you need to learn pandas. I have complete tutorial playlist, like 30 videos for pandas. Then you need SQL. So SQL, I don't have a series, but there is this guy Kuda Venkat. He has a great tutorial series on SQL. So just follow that. That's gonna help you. Then you need machine learning and deep learning. For machine learning, I have complete series. For deep learning, I have few tutorials. I'm gonna add NLP, which is going to be useful again. If you need Jupyter Notebook, NumPy, I have tutorials on all those topics. So yes, whatever content I have, I would say I have 80 to 90% content which is needed for learning data science. So just go watch those different playlists on my channel. Santanu Datta, good question. Can I give live classes like that? Maybe I will start that in future, but for now, no. For now, it's just my YouTube channel. That's it. Satya is asking, does data science help QA manager soft SR roles? I mean, QA managers, maybe it may be helpful. I mean, if you want to do some data analytics on your QA metrics, let's say you have performance metrics for your applications, how the performance of your software comes up and that goes down with every software release, or all of that, you can do some analysis. So there is some scope for sure. Without data analyst or ETL experience, we will switch to machine learning. Okay, I didn't understand that question. Flamboyant person is saying, hi, hey buddy, Amir, I know you. You are awesome. Please explain data scientist office work in detail. So the day-to-day life of data scientist is basically he will be working with business managers and software engineers. So with business manager, the typical life cycle is that he will understand the business needs, like what pain business is facing, what kind of insights your stakeholders could be your business manager, your CEO, anyone in the management, and they communicate with data scientists, say, okay, these are my business need, and data scientist then works with uh, data collection department or a department of software engineers to gather all the data from different sources. They perform the data analysis on those sources using their skills. They build machine learning models, and then they create this data story. Basically, they say, okay, sales in this particular region are not growing because of these XYZ reasons, and if we take these actions, the sales is going to go. So data scientist's job is to make up that data story, represent it to stakeholders, and stakeholders will use their sense of judgment to buy or not buy that story. If they buy into your story, they will make the business decision. So data scientists actually influence the business in a great way. Their day-to-day life is gathering data, discussing business requirement, understanding business, then using statistics, machine learning. They make models, they build visualizations, which can tell the story. So one thing could be just descriptive analysis, which is they describe what's going on with the business right now. Other thing would be predictive analysis, which is not only they describe what's going on with the business, but they also predict that if we take this XYZ actions, it is going to help us in this particular way. So those are the two major areas that data scientists work in. Which cloud should I learn for ML? I would suggest Amazon SageMaker. That will be a cloud platform which will allow you to build your model. Now you can also use Amazon EC2 instance and deploy your model as is. I'm going to soon upload, maybe in next few days, upload a tutorial on, I built this Bangalore home price prediction project. So I'm gonna deploy the same model on Amazon EC2, and I will run that UI and the backend using, I will run the UI using Nginx web server, and it will interact with Python Flask server behind the scene, and it will use the pickled model for doing prediction. All of them I'm going to deploy to Amazon EC2. So you can use plain EC2 as well. Darshini is asking, skill set required for pre-sales in IT industry. Is this career feasible for 10 years, and how to... Sorry, I didn't get the question. Do you move to pre-sales in IT industry, or you have IT pre-sales in IT industry and you want to move to data science? For that, I already have a video for how to move into pre-sales in IT industry. Sorry, I don't have much knowledge in that area, so I don't have a specific answer. What level of program is required for data analyst? I would say just basics. You don't have to be like expert. So just learn basics. Python, from my Python tutorial list, if you follow first 16 17 videos, that should be sufficient, and then you should work on a real projects. Also in Pandas, first 10 or 12 tutorials, I think. So you don't have to be an expert in programming for data analyst jobs specifically. Shalaka Paul is asking, material provided by you in my playlist data science is enough to get a job. Well, if you follow the material, it will definitely help you develop a skill. But I only have one project for data science, which is Bangalore home price prediction. I recommend that you do at least 6 to 10 projects minimum, and I'm going to upload more projects. So the material I have, which is the full project for Bangalore home price prediction, which is 7-part tutorial series, and the exercises that I give in my machine learning tutorials, those are helpful, but I don't think they are sufficient. And I'm working on building more exercising, building more projects. So maybe in next few months you will have enough material that can help you get a job. Now, I do not guarantee a job, of course, right? This will just help you build your skill. Ultimately, it's up to you how you perform during your interview. Okay, so that is the most important thing. And yeah, like if you go to any institute for pursuing a data science course, and if they're telling you that they will give you a guaranteed job, they are lying. Okay, no one can guarantee your job other than yourself. You need to be confident, you need to perform well in the interview, only then you can get a job. If someone is telling you do this 1 lakh rupees course, you will get a guaranteed job, lie, total lie. No one can guarantee you a job other than your own performance. I have enrolled in course for IBM Data Science Professional Certification. Okay, that is good. I mean, if IBM is doing some data science certification, if you are getting some data, some course on edX, edx.org, I think that's another great portal. They provide the courses for free. Actually, the videos are for free, and only if you want your assignments to be graded, or only if you want to get the certificate, then only they charge you fees. Okay, so edX courses are very good. Some of those courses are uploaded by Stanford and Harvard, and those courses have great quality. So check edX portal. And back to your question, yeah, IBM certification will be helpful. I would say yes for that. Chinmay is also one of my moderator, and Chinmay replied to Bala Subramaniam's question. See, Chinmay is a mechanical engineer, and he is working as a data analyst in a company in Mumbai. So just see that he's a live example. He's moderator on my channel. I communicate with Chinmay on a regular basis. He's my Telegram chat, and he's awesome, right? So he made a transition from mechanical engineering to data analyst successfully. So if Chinmay is giving any advice, just listen to him. Khan Academy, definitely good. The good thing about Khan Academy is that they use real life examples and analogies, and their way of teaching is just superb. And they give a lot of exercises and quizzes. For example, if you follow their statistics course, they will teach you something, and similar amount of exercise they will give you. They will even give you exercise. So if you're doing, let's say, probability and statistics course on Khan Academy, please do the exercises. Exercises are very important. Sahnur Alam, thanks for the courses. Learned many things from your video. I'm really glad. Again, you all are so awesome. I love you all. In most job posting, Raghavendra is asking, they mention they expect the candidate to have master degree, PhD in CS or math. See, it's not mandatory. Like sometimes when they do job posting, the requirement, see, they will just put a lot of high requirements, but doesn't mean that they will look for all of that. So if you're applying for job, don't just read the description and think that, okay, I cannot perform. You should just apply. It doesn't matter what is the description. Let your recruiter decide, if you want, if he or she wants to select you or not. Because job description, they just write too much of a high expectations. And in real life, it is their expectations are not that high, okay? Unless you are of course going for Amazon or Google, their expectations will be very high. But then other tier 2, tier 3 companies, so just apply. Do not worry too much about job description. Okay, if there are specifics on specific point, they will not call you for interview, but what do you have to lose there? But if they call for your interview, then at least you got an interview, you got an opportunity to learn something. And yeah, for one thing, for data scientist job, yes, they will probably call you for interview only if you have um, economics, finance, or let's say um, computer science or statistics background. But for data analyst job, it's not that strict. Okay, the SAS website. So just Google for SAS University Edition, and you will find the website. So just Google for it. Without data analyst or ETL experience, we will switch to machine learning. Um, Not quite. Try to learn data analysis first, or ETL, or data cleaning. As I said, machine learning requires data cleaning. So 80% of machine learning is data cleaning. So if you don't know data cleaning, you can't learn learning. Jane Mia is also my moderator. Jane Mia, thanks for the help. I was a JavaScript developer, switched to data analysis. I have a junior data analyst job and learning SQL, but cannot get a hang of SQL. For SQL, follow. I have two course recommendation. One is from Khan Academy. One is from Kuda Venkat. Again, those two videos. So guys, I have three videos. So first video is how to switch to data science from non-technical background. Then I have two videos on how to learn data analyst skills and data scientist skills. Watch those videos. The video description has links to those two great SQL courses. So just do those courses, then work on projects which requires you to try out those SQL skills. The book names I will post in the chat. The three great books which changed my life: The Magic of Thinking Big, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and the book on investment and money is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I wrote those books in the chat. Buy it. See, Amazon, those books you will get it for like very less price. It might be a price of like your 2 times dinner outside or 3 times dinner outside. Okay, books are great investment. You should get into a habit of reading books. And when I say books, I'm not referring to technical books. See, personally, I don't read technical books. I read self-development books like this. Every day, half an hour. After you wake up in the morning, after you do whatever spiritual prayers, do some exercise, and then do half an hour book reading. See, some of the great entrepreneurs, such as Elon Musk or many other great entrepreneurs, their morning routine is basically they wake up, they do some exercise, they get their blood flowing, they do breakfast, and the first thing they do is half an hour of book reading, listening to some positive podcast, etc. And when they do that, they start their day with a lot of positive spirit, lot of things that they have learned. For example, in the morning, let's say I read Magic of Thinking book. Whatever I learned in half an hour, I will try to apply that during the day, and that helps you a lot. If you are working and if you have a long commute, uh, what I suggest you is that you download this Audible app. Audible is an Amazon app where you can listen to the books. Sometimes people don't have time to read the book, so in that case, you can use your commute time to listen to the book. Okay, so let's say you are working in Pune and you are going from, let's say, Kothur to Hinjewadi, which is like, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hour commute. When you're in bus, just listen to the book. So that 1 or 2 hour you have not wasted, but you have instead read the book. You have utilized your time in a good way. So try to use your time positively. Our time on this earth is very important. Do not waste your time discussing politics, cricket, all of those topics, because those things affect you, but they are not going to make much of a change in your life. What will make change in your life is the actions that you are taking, which will directly impact you, which is you learn new things, you read books, you take actions. Hence, try to find out the time where you can read those books. Sometimes people, for example, let's say you have son or a daughter, you are taking that person to your kid to a swimming class, and while that your kid is swimming, you are free. During that time, try to listen to the audio book. Hmm. Difference between a data analyst and data scientist, I have a video on that. Check on my channel. Good books for machine learning beginners. I don't have specific suggestion. I do not read books too much. I just learn things by working on projects, googling articles, YouTube videos, etc. Pawan is working in Clarivate Analytics. Data science techniques are used in my company. I don't have any programming language. Can you please tell me how to work with my uh, uh, you need to learn programming. So I don't know what is your role, Pawan, in your current job, but start learning Python a little bit. Python can be used to automate the day-to-day boring task. Automate boring stuff in Python is a great PDF book which you can download and see how you can automate those day-to-day tasks using Python. Um, I also have Python tutorials. Watch first 15, 20 tutorials and start doing the projects. Prasanthi, can I suggest 40 plus math teacher to do a career transition into data science? Sure. I have a video on how to switch from non-technical to data science background. Watch that. Another thing is you can first learn programming. Okay. Learn programming, statistics, math. If you're a math teacher in your school, can you make a small software? Okay, so if you are in a school, maybe for your curriculum management, maybe for your managing your students, your classes, your day-to-day organizational activities, you can build a small software. So you can build a small web UI. You can build a MySQL database which will keep the student records behind the scene. That will give you some experience with web development, some Python experience. You can use Python Django for that. And once the database is built on that data, you can learn analytics, and you can run analytics, and you can build some sample dashboards, such as which student is performing the best, or what is the student intake in different STEM classes. You can do a lot of visualizations with your school data. So try to apply data science in your school. On the side, just try to work on like a real project. And real project, as I said, you have to work on extra time, and you have to come up with your own project. If you talk with your management, they are not going to give you that. So that will be my advice. Manish Kumar is asking when we use standard scalar and where to use min max scalar. So standard scalar is good if your data is um, uh, in a normal distribution. But pretty much, I would say you can use one versus the other. Just try to measure the performance. So try to use one scalar and the other scalar and try to see the score. So whichever gives you the best score, you can go for it. There is not much difference. 20 years experience Bhavesh has in IT learning Python now. Which path is right for me? If you have 20 years of experience in software development, you don't want to go for data analyst, you want to probably go for data scientist. Bala Subramaniam is asking what type of programming is sufficient for data analyst. He just started to learn Python. Well, as I said, basics and intermediate Python is best. You don't have to be very much an expert. The Python, which allows you to do data cleaning, some basic scripting, some basic automation should be good enough. My So my moderators are helping me delete the spam comments, which is good. Thank you very much. Non-IT background candidate learning and going through data science, that into Python with ML. Are they need to go with no? You either learn Python or R. You don't need to learn both. If you don't have, if you just started, let's say you don't know Python and R, you just started. I will say Python, 100%, because R is good in data visualization sometimes and data science in general. Python, you can do a complete full stack application development. You can use Python Django, build a web application, PyQt, you can build a UI, you can do data science. So you learn Python once, and now you can do software development as well as data science. If you learn R, you can only do data science. I don't know if R has full stack software application building capabilities. Even if it has it, it won't be as good as Python. So I would always say Python if you ask me between Python and R. Pratik Love from Calcutta. Sure, buddy, I will make data structure and algorithm series. CNN RNN is used only for image classification, or you can use the Iris and Titanic kind of. Yeah, you can use it for um, that kind of classification as well. How is data science in US? Sai asked a great question. Data science is doing awesome in US. It is doing awesome in India. It is doing awesome in the whole world. US is always the industry leader. So the trend of data science started a few years back. In India, still new, but data science has a great future. Guys, data science is not a bubble. Believe me, I'm in this field. I know for sure. Not a bubble. Great future. Is knowing Tableau enough in visualization? Yes. Tableau is the industry standard number one tool when it comes to data visualization. Once you learn Tableau, learning other tools such as Power BI, Ultrix, you can click, you can do it. So yes, if you're learning a visualization tool, just learn one. You don't need to learn, all the tools. What programming language I need to know as data analyst or science? Of course, Python is my answer. Utkarsh Datta is asking, can he reach me for his project in-person mentoring? Sorry, buddy, I'm not providing that right now. I'm doing full-time job, this channel, very busy. At some point, if I decide to start it, I will announce on my channel. But sorry for now. Govind Sarup, answer to Rajas Sharma's question. Great answer. Yes, my data science series is good enough, but you need to do much more. As I suggested, I have only one project. You need to work on at least 6 to 10 projects. Please mention the skill set for data analyst position. I have a video on that. Go watch it. Tafik is asking 8 years of software development experience. I want to switch as a data scientist. Sure, data scientist will be a good idea for you. Data analyst would be kind of in terms of salary and opportunities, you will be kind of downgrading yourself. So unless you are getting data analyst job in one of the top companies and with a higher pay, go for it. Otherwise, data scientist would be something you should target. Gautam Sharma, hi sir. Hello Gautam. Gautam, are you Gautam from Baroda? Hi buddy, long time. Utkarsh Daga, I need help for my project. Okay, my knowledge is not enough to answer question, but what I learned is data analyst skill set is subset. Yes, that's a great answer. Go in, help. Thank you for helping me with managing this Q&A session. Definitely, data analyst is a subset of data scientist. Praveen is working as PLSQL developer, having 4 years of experience, likes math, which increased my interest in data science. How can I change? Sure, you can change it. Again, I have a video on switching from non-technical background to data science background. So watch that. Pratik, I will sincerely request you not to post a question again and again because, see, buddy, what happens is it just makes it difficult to manage my time. I have just so many questions to answer. So please, guys, don't post same questions like 15 times. And next time, sorry to say, but if you ask same question 15 times, I'm gonna skip you. Okay, sorry to say that. Please understand my situation. I have some experience in Java and SQL. Last 5 years, I'm working as prod support role. That is Avinash Jangam, uh, where I need to analyze data and identify. Can you suggest if I can directly go to data science or data? Yeah, sure. So in your support role, you can use Python programming, pandas, visualization tools to automate some of those tasks using data science, and then that will become a real project which you can showcase on your resume. You can go for data analyst and data scientist. Both the position, data scientist, the expectations are much higher. Learning curve will be steep. You have to do a lot hard work compared to data analyst. Data analyst is also another great position, awesome job, but data scientist, I'm saying relatively, is little higher. Can we make mobile apps in Python? Maybe you can. I don't know the answer, but nowadays for mobile app, React Native is the standard. So why don't you learn React Native? Can I apply for a research internship in Bloomberg? I'm working in a time series. Can you recommend me if I ask you? Sure. Bhaskar, I can help you. If you are in US already, I can help you with that. I need to talk to you just from my account. On my account, go. There is a way to view my business email. So just post me an email with your resume, your profile, and I will go through it, and then we can take that further. So again, on my YouTube account, in my about page, there is a way to see my business email. So send me your resume. You need to be in US first of all, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. Is training, certification, and projects enough to get shortlisted for a company or for a data scientist role? If I have engineering in electronics is pretty good. Actually, it's a perfectly valid degree. Um, Now, training and certification, I answered this before. If you are targeting certification, target a very competitive certification. If you say, okay, I have completed this Udemy course on machine learning, no one will care. Okay, but if it's a very highly competitive certification, go for that. The real life projects are more important than anything else. Paul said music is asking Prince. Or can you say name of those 3 books? I have posted name of those 3 books in the chat. So just go locate it. I think there should be a way to search the chat. Okay, so just search using Codebasics. Data science jobs are less than software engineering jobs or software developer job. That is 100% true. So Mukul, you are absolutely right. Um, so if you are targeting software engineer, software developer, then it's like you have 100 software developer jobs versus you will have only 10 data scientist job. So that is true as of today. So yeah, pursue software engineering, and if you're a software engineer, you can switch to data science later on by learning those skills. Okay, so switching from software engineering to data science is relatively easy compared to switching from totally non-technical background to data science. And the job scenario is going to change in future. There will be more and more data scientist jobs, so so future opportunities are quite big. And for software engineers in general, yeah, for software engineer there are big good opportunities, so that field is like evergreen. So if you don't want to bother about data science, if you want to stick to software engineering, not a bad idea. Software engineering again is great. So many opportunities, so many jobs. DevOps, Mahesh, definitely DevOps is emerging field. um, so many good options, so many opportunities, but I would say less opportunities compared to software engineer. See, if you are generally software engineer, it's more like a general doctor, general physician. And DevOps or data scientist is more like specialist. You are a lung doctor or heart specialist. So if you have 10 doctors, 9 will be general physician, one might be heart specialist. So it is like that. Is it good to be good at competitive programming? Gaurav is asking to get better pay in a product based company. 100%. Product based companies, they require competitive programming. You can practice competitive programming from careercup.com, HackerRank, Gig for Gigs. Look at those interview questions, try to practice on your own. If you can practice those questions, those are the questions that these big companies ask. Okay, so competitive programming, number one important thing if you want to go for big company like Amazon and Google. Algorithm is also important, of course. Saurabh is asking a good question. What is the opinion on RPA? So RPA is very emerging field. There is this company called Automation Anywhere, which received, I think, $300 million funding recently. And the reason is robotic process automation is gaining momentum. Companies used to do a lot of back office work in India. They will have like, few hundred people who will be doing their back office work. But now all of that is being replaced by RPA, the robotic process automation, a chat, not chatbots, but the RPA bots basically, who do the manual work. So if you have RPA skills in like automation anywhere, work fusion, those are going to be great because those back office manual jobs are soon going to be replaced. Verizon recently made a decision to move their work out of India because nowadays, this data sensitivity, data security issues are becoming a buzzword. So they want to make sure that their data is secure on a cloud in US servers, and RPA is something that can run on those servers. So if you're an RPA programmer, RPA doesn't require too much programming skills. It requires little bit of programming skills, so you can learn it easily. So definitely, if you're working, doing some manual job, working in BPO industry, doing totally like manual work, getting downloading Excel, crashing Excel files, simple VBA, then try to do RPA, try to gain RPA skills. It has a bright future. Okay. Again, I don't agree with so many questions. Does data science help QA? Yes, it can help. Karan is asking how to prepare for technical interview for data science, programming, statistics, machine learning. These are the three areas you should focus. SQL could be the fourth one. How long will it take to from zero background to go to data analyst for Python? If you are learning full time, let's say 5 to 6 hours every day, I would say maybe 3 months, 3 or 6 months, based on your like your skills or your receptivity. 3 to 6 months. Any resources to crack the interview? Yes, careercup.com is a great website for learning programming questions. Good resources to learn statistics online. Khan Academy course. I have linked to my other videos. The best laptop for data science, I suggest i8 processor minimum, 8 GB RAM minimum, and you need to have SSD, solid state disk. And yeah, if you're doing deep learning, get some GPU, maybe NVIDIA GPU. All right, guys. I think that's 1.5 hours already. Sorry if I couldn't answer some of your questions, but we will keep on doing this. I will have next session. I don't know when, but mostly on weekends, like Saturday, 9 o'clock. I will post on my channel, so watch that, and I will mention the time for the Q&A. So I will do it most likely next Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look at my schedule, but keep an eye on my channel. I will post the schedule for Q&A next time. And thank you very much for joining. I am really enjoying these sessions. I had one session last week. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love you all. You guys are great. I like your enthusiasm. Be positive. You can do impossible things. Go read those 3 books, and just don't read it. Try to apply the principles in those 3 books in your life, and that will help you a lot. I mean, I'm sorry I'm being very repetitive here when it comes to those 3 books, but those 3 books changed my life forever. So just get those books, start reading it, and your life will be totally different. Thank you very much. I'm going to end now.